Am I the a-hole for ruining my cousin's life by existing, being pregnant, and allegedly stealing her baby name? Plus update, original post. So I, 18F, have always had weird drama with my cousin Casey, 23F. For some reason, she's always had this bizarre obsession with being in competition with me while loving my older sister, 24F, like she's God's favorite. No idea why. I gave up trying to figure it out years ago. For context, she lived with us from middle school up to now because of family issues, and even then she treated me like a punching bag, called me a worthless POS, ugly, and tried to make me feel like nothing. And unfortunately, it worked for a while. I hid under baggy clothes, avoided people, and had zero confidence. Fast forward to junior high, I started finding myself, made some friends, got a lil style, learned makeup from my sister, and got into my 90s baggy clothes but cute era. Casey hated every second of it. Claimed I was copying her. She wore baggy hoodies and sweats with Crocs. Every day. It got worse when I got a boyfriend. He was 16, I was 15, and she deadass tried to steal him by telling him her body was better than mine and he would love seeing her up under her clothes. My mom had to intervene multiple times while my dad kept telling me to let it go. She's been through a lot. Spoiler alert, she's been through a lot her entire life, according to everyone. I graduated high school early at 16 with honors and college credits. She hated it and called me a dumb prick who wouldn't get far. She didn't even come to my graduation. Meanwhile, she dropped out of college twice. Projection? I think yes. What made it worse was I found out I was pregnant in November, and Casey immediately started telling family I didn't know who the father was, that it could be multiple men, and even told my dad the father was over 31. Mind you, I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years at this point. When no one believed her messy ass, she tried to take the attention off of me and got pregnant herself. She admitted to this. But sadly, she miscarried in February. We were all there for her. I even wore baggy clothes so she wouldn't feel triggered seeing my bump. Still, every time I had a craving or talked about my pregnancy, she made it about her. Would literally cry at the dinner table because it should have been her. Dramatic, right? Then when I announced my baby's name, she went and got a custom blanket made with the same name, her due date, and the day she miscarried, claiming I stole it. When the name was my mom's mother name, who she has no relation to, she's my dad's niece. I kept the name also. Today's episode, we're planning my baby shower, talking about decorations and food, when she loudly scoffs from the living room, no one cares. We ignore her. We said the baby's name again, here she go. A name you stole from me. I rolled my eyes, 'cause why are you still on this? I'm showing my mom a pic of a custom car seat cover I ordered. She storms in with her own baby stuff she bought before the miscarriage, mumbling, "Hopefully I don't steal her ideas." Like, I have most of her things already. I don't want your ideas. Once again, I ignored her, and my mom told her she loved them. Once she sees me not caring, she then went full-on explode mode. Accuses me of copying her, being jealous, needing to heal before I bring a baby into this world, and randomly brings up the hormonal hygiene struggles I've been having lately, that she overheard me talking about like WTF. We left to the backyard where my sister was, and this woman followed us out screaming, saying we treat her worse than her own parents did. Big lie. My parents have babied her for years while she treated me like dirt. My dad eventually came upstairs from the basement because she was so loud, asked what was going on, and for once, instead of coddling her, he went off. He straight up said, "Casey, for God's sake I love you, but what is your problem? You pick fights constantly, you play victim, and you're not in middle school anymore. If you want to stay here, you need to get your act together. I can't keep doing this with you or you picking with a teenager who has done nothing to you." She was shell-shocked. Stormed to her room, packed a bag, and left. Later, she texted me this, "You've won. I can't fight you anymore. You've always ruined my life even when I was with my parents. You were always the favorite, and I always hated you. You ruin everything for me. And now, I feel kinda bad." I didn't respond, and no one's heard from her since. Now for the additional comments. Comment 1. I would strongly advise you to go LC or NC with this loony bin. She needs professional help, and her jealousy sounds strong and has been years in the making. I would not trust her alone with the baby, let alone you. I would not be surprised if she got violent, in my opinion. Stay far away from her, OP. OP reply. It's honestly been years of this weird obsession, and I kept hoping she'd grow out of it, but at this point I'm realizing peace is priceless, and trust she will not be anywhere near my baby. I wish her the best. Just far, far away from me, Tayo. Comment 2. You need to have a come to Jesus talk with your parents now that she is out. And let them know it was admirable they took care of her, but in doing so they failed you as parents, and that honestly, you're disappointed in them for letting this toxic bullshit go in for years. And they should have put her into therapy years ago. And now that you have a baby on the way, things need to change around here, because you're worried she will harm the baby out of jealous. And mark my words, she will attempt to harm that baby every chance you get, are able to move in with your BF and his family if she returns, because she will eventually get kicked out of wherever she is staying and will demand your parents take her back in. Let your parents know if she returns, you will be leaving, and they will have minimal contact with the baby. Just make sure you have a safe place lined up. Your parents failed you growing up. Don't let them fail your child. It's not just you she will be bullying, it will be your child. Now for the updates, edit, update. Hey you guys, I'm honestly overwhelmed by all the responses. I didn't expect this to blow up like it did, but thank you so much for the kindness, advice, and support. I wanted to answer some of the questions I've been seeing a lot in the comments. One juror, was she the youngest girl before me? Yes, she was the last girl born for 5 years before I came along. Our family is mostly boys with only a few girls here and there, so I do think that may have played a part in how she felt about me. 2. About me being a teen mom, I turned 19 in a couple weeks. I've been independent since I was able to work at 15, and I even have my own small business that's slowly growing. I still live with my parents for now, but I handle my own life for the most part. 3. Why didn't my parents get her into therapy? My mom has tried several times to convince my dad to get us all into therapy, but he's one of those people who doesn't believe in it. He's always told us to pray or write it down instead, which honestly did help me at times growing up, but she definitely needed professional help and still does. I've asked him recently to consider it, and he just rolled his eyes and ignored me. 4. My parents' ages. My mom is 46, and my dad is 57. They've been married since 1998, so about 26 years now. 5. What happened with her parents? Her dad was physically abusive to both her and her mom. Her mom helped her run away and sent her to live with us while she stayed behind. We live on the East Coast, and they were all the way in Oakland, California. As for contact, no. We haven't spoken to them since they lost custody of her. 6 jeers. Why was I so nice to her? Because I genuinely looked up to her. My older sister was never really around much, and I thought she and I could be close like sisters. I really wanted that. 7 DRE. Was there favoritism? Not really, no. I feel like we were treated fairly, for the most part. If anything, she got a little more attention and was doted on more, probably because of what she'd been through. I only got extra toys when I was little because I was 4 years old and too small to do the stuff they did. 8 George. Where is she now? No one has heard from her since she left. She's blocked all of us, and as far as we know, she doesn't have a job or anywhere stable to go, which honestly makes me nervous because it's likely she'll try to come back eventually. So we're keeping our eyes open and being cautious. UP date 2. Casey ended up coming back about 2 days later drunk and higher than ever. It was around 1 a.m. I was asleep, but apparently my parents were still up watching a movie when she came in. My dad, who's a recovering alcoholic and has been sober since I was 14, was furious and disappointed. They tried to sit her down to talk, but she just cried and said she was tired and wanted to lay down, so they let her go upstairs. A little while later, my parents stepped outside to the back patio for a smoke break. Yes, both of them smoke occasionally. And of course, while they were outside and out of earshot, Casey came to my room. I woke up to her trying to open my door. Thankfully, it was locked. She started whispers shouting for me to open it, calling me a POS and saying we needed to talk. When I told her to go away and that we could talk in the morning, she started banging on my door, kicking it, and was saying that I would never be prettier than her and that I was the ugly black sheep in the family. This again? Get help. I told her to go to bed again, but she wasn't done. She threatened me, saying if she saw me tonight, it wouldn't be good for me. At that point, I started recording and sent a video to my dad. He came rushing back inside and went off. He told her she wasn't staying another night in his house and she needed to start packing as soon as possible, that coming home drunk and bullying me again was unacceptable, and she needed to figure out where she was going in the morning. She broke down crying again, claiming we were all she had and she just wanted to talk. My dad didn't budge this time. He told her the only person she needed to talk to was a therapist, and until she got professional help, she wasn't welcome here. She was shocked because, like I've said before, my dad's always been old school and kind of coddled her, but not this time. My mom came inside mid-conversation, sat her down, and apparently had a heart-to-heart about how unacceptable it was for her to live in our home while treating me like garbage. I was watching the whole thing go down on the security cameras from my phone because, yes, I'm that petty, but then my sister Monica starts texting me, taking Casey's side. It goes something like this. Monica: Amia, for once will you stop making it so hard with her? She only wanted to talk. Me: It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm barely able to get out of bed. What do you expect me to do? I don't want to talk, Monica. I'm tired of you playing the victim like you're so innocent in this. Get over yourself. You're exhausting and it's getting harder to deal with. Me: What have I done, Monica? I've cooked for y'all, cleaned up after y'all, always tried to be nice, and neither of you do anything for me. If anything, you're exhausting. You're 24, you've got a degree, you won't even use it, be real. Stop texting me good night, I cried. I always looked up to both of them even after everything. But this was my breaking point. So here's where we're at now. Casey left the next morning to go stay with a friend. She's been texting and calling my parents, begging them to reconsider. But they're standing firm. If she wants to be part of this family, she needs therapy first, no exceptions. As for Monica, we haven't spoken since those texts. My mom noticed and asked what was going on, but I told her to ask her daughter because I had nothing to say. I've officially uninvited both Monica and Casey from my baby shower. Neither of them will be involved with my baby, and my mom said it's my decision. So no Aunt Monica. No Cousin Casey. My dad's standing firm too. No more excuses. No more drama. And me? I'm focusing on my pregnancy, my business, and reclaiming my peace. This is supposed to be a happy time for me, and I'm done letting them take that away. I deserve to be excited about this baby without guilt. Thank you to everyone who's been so kind, offered advice, and reminded me I don't have to tolerate this treatment. It means more than you know. If anything else happens, I'll keep y'all updated. Tidida Story 2. My 46F BF 38M won't let me end the relationship. How do I get out of this? Original post. My boyfriend James refuses to let me end the relationship. We've been together for a little over a year and living together since November. Before we moved in together, things were good. We lived in different areas, so most of our time together was over weekends. We got along well, talked often, phone and texts, did things together, met each other's families, etc. If any issues arose, we talked about them and worked it out, which is why we decided to move in together. That's when things changed. After moving in together, he started becoming more and more clingy. Wanting to spend every available minute together, he started staying home a lot. I work from home. We all of a sudden were constantly together. It started to become an issue. But when I tried to talk to him about it, it was my fault he was being that way. I wasn't giving him quality time because being in the same room with someone isn't being together, just occupying the same space. So I made it a point to give him the one-on-one, without distractions daily. It got worse. He started throwing tantrums. We'll get invited to go somewhere, and last minute he'll decide he doesn't want to go, but says it's fine if I do. I won't be gone 30 minutes when he'll start texting me, and he'll text nonstop the whole time. If I stop answering, I get messages that will say things like, "I won't be here when you get back," or You're not going to like what you find when you do get back. Then when I do get back, doesn't matter if I come back right away or hours later, he's crying and telling me how neglectful and dismissive I am of his feelings. At first I listened and apologized, tried to be more mindful, but then his insecurities started. He started questioning if there was someone else. He said it was his insecurities, nothing I was doing, but it's better to voice them and have my reassurance than to just let it fester. That makes sense the first time, maybe the second time, not the 15th time. We started arguing, because when exactly do I have time for someone else? We are never apart for more than 10 minutes. It just got worse. He started arguments over nothing. Nothing would be going on, nothing would happen. He'd just come in the room yelling. He's read my journals, he either goes through my phone or has installed spyware on it. He questions me about things I've written in the journal or text messages, then tried to lie and say that he read it over my shoulder. This week has been the worst yet. We were out for dinner. He decided it was the appropriate time to discuss things in our relationship in a very public, intimate dinner setting. We'd been having a good day, no arguing, both enjoying the day, laughing not 5 minutes before this. I was immediately uncomfortable and very much on guard. I don't like airing my dirty laundry, and he knows this. He's insisting on talking about it right then. I said it wasn't the place or time. He doesn't stop. I'm not engaging. After a few minutes of this, he decides, we need to leave because my demeanor is making him look bad. Everyone can see that something is wrong and it's making him look bad. We got up and left without eating a meal that we'd already paid for. On the way home, I started to quietly cry and he started yelling. He was driving erratically, and to fast, I told him to slow down. He slammed on the brakes from 77 to full stop in the middle of the interstate. Twice. We are lucky we didn't cause an accident and hurt other people. He wouldn't let me out. This went on the whole 2-hour ride home. I ended it that night, told him it's over. I'm not doing this anymore. That car ride was the last straw. He refuses to leave. Says if I want him out, I'll have to evict him. He begs, he cries, he takes my keys so I can't leave. He threatens to kill himself. I don't want to go to my aunt's because she doesn't need the drama. I have no other family close. I have nowhere else to go. I can start the eviction process, but that takes a month or longer. He just keeps saying he can get better. I don't care if he can. I don't know what to do. Am I really going to have to deal with this until I can evict him? The police here won't do anything because he hasn't physically assaulted me. I tried a civil no contact. Judge said the same thing. I called a lawyer. Same thing. Until he physically assaults me, there's nothing they can do to help me. How do I handle this? Edit. Clarification. I've been married once. He was abusive, was sleeping with his first wife behind my back. Once my divorce was final, 2014, he remarried first wife. She died less than a year later under mysterious circumstances. 2 years after the divorce, he died of a massive heart attack. He has a son that I raised for years that is 17 now. My boyfriend died in 2017. He fell asleep while driving home from work, graveyard shift, crossed the center line, and hit a semi head-on. Steering column was pushed into his chest, broke his ribs, rib punctured his heart. He was pronounced at the scene. He was a mile from home. The next one was in 2018. He cheated and an alcoholic. We split up October of 2023. I met current BF in December of 2023. I know not much time between last two. Also, I'm not questioning if I should get out of relationship. Just how to handle this until I can get him out of my house. I own my home. So there is no landlord to speak of. I've called the police, a lawyer, and my county judge. All day since he hasn't physically assaulted me, that there is nothing they can do to help. Update. It's been 4 months and I thought I post an update. I took some of the advice and filed the eviction a week after my original post. I switched bedrooms and placed locks on my bedroom and office doors. I tried to stay calm and not engage in arguments. Did my best to keep things smooth until eviction. He was not having it. He would go from crying to talking calmly to yelling daily. The more I refused to engage, the more volatile he became, the more aggressive he was. If I didn't respond to him within 5 minutes, text or in person, I was ignoring him. Didn't matter if I was working, driving, doing stuff around the house, or just sitting at home. It was exhausting, and I was just counting the days. Approximately 1 week until eviction, he was sending me texts while sitting in same room as me. I finally told him I was doing to answer another message. He sent 3 more long texts. I set my phone down and got to leave the room. He attacked me before I got to the doorway. He knocked me to the ground, slammed my head and arm against the floor, tried to force himself on me, and then headbutted me, gave me 2 black eyes. After this, he took my phone, loaded his things into the car, and left. This happened on a Friday evening. My cousin and a friend came to stay with me for the weekend. That night, my friend found a hidden camera in my fireplace. I took pictures and disconnected it. We spent the rest of the weekend looking for others. We didn't find any more, but did find a GPS tracker on my car. We also found my basement door that leads to outside had been tampered with. Also, my basement door leading into the house has a chain lock. Well, the bracket that is attached to the door frame had the screws clipped short and then pushed back into the frame so that it would hold, but with just a bit of oar pressure wouldn't hold, making the chain lock useless. I documented and took pictures of it all. He continued to call and make threats all weekend. He said he went back to his hometown, but I don't think he did. I think he sat in his car watching my house all weekend. The following Monday, I filed a no-contact order through the courts. That same day, he was arrested on his way back to his hometown. Unrelated charges. I was granted the no-contact order. He is still in jail. The last couple months have been a struggle for me emotionally. I didn't realize how much of a toll all this had taken on my mental. I've been looking into therapy, couldn't hurt any at this point. My physical injuries healed up, no permanent damage, just swelling and bruising. That's it. I've just been working on me. He's still in jail, and I'm unsure of when he'll get out, but I'll be notified when he does get released. Thank everyone for all the advice. I really appreciate those that answered and gave advice.